Welcome to my channel Glory with Mathematics. Please subscribe, like and share.
Hello students, let us do the activity to multiply integers. Objective of this activity: to multiply integers using unit squares of different colors. So this is the objective of our activity. Then materials required for this activity: cardboard, white paper, red and blue squares, color pen, adhesive, ruler and scissors. Then method of construction. First, take a cardboard of convenient size and paste a white paper on it. Take a red grid paper and cut out sufficient number of square pieces of unit square. Let each square represents an integer plus 1, like this. Each red square represents plus 1. We have to cut red squares, a number of red squares from red grid paper. Each red square represents plus 1. Then method of construction, another construction. Take a blue grid paper and cut out sufficient number of square pieces of unit squares. Let each square represents an integer minus 1. So blue square, each blue square represents minus 1. We have to cut a number of blue squares from blue grid paper. Then let us take an example, example 1. For two positive integers, say 2 multiplied with 3. Here we have to multiply two positive integers 2 and 3. So draw 5, that means 2 plus 3. So 5 red edges, because both 2 and 3 are positive. So we have to draw 5 red edges of unit length on this cardboard as shown in figure 3. Look at the figure. So this is figure 3. Like this we have to draw 5 red edges. Then complete the rectangular shape using red unit square as shown in this figure. Like this. We have to complete the rectangle by filling with red squares. Each red square represents plus 1. So here number of red unit squares in the rectangle is 6. Here we have taken red unit squares because each red square represents plus 1. So we have to multiply two positive integers 2 and 3 as both are positive. So we will take only red unit squares. So here in our figure 4, number of red unit squares is 6. So answer 2 multiplied with 3 is equal to 6. Then next example 2. So let us take one positive integer and one negative integer. So for example, minus 2 multiplied with 3 or 3 multiplied with minus 2. So here, as 3 is positive and minus 2 is a negative integer, so we have to draw 3 red edges plus 3 and 2 blue edges for minus 2 of unit length using colored pen, as we have to multiply minus 2 into 3. Figure 5. Look at this figure. So here we have taken 2 blue edges and 3 red edges. 2 blue edges because minus 2 is there. 3 red edges because plus 3 is there. We have to multiply minus 2 and 3. So this is our figure 5. Then same example we will continue. So here complete the rectangular shape using red unit square as shown in figure 6. So this is our figure 6. So we have to complete the rectangular shape using red unit square. We will take red unit square because red unit square represents plus 1. First we have to take positive integers, that means red squares. So here we fill the rectangular shape with 6 red squares. So this is our figure 6. So continuing this, so this is our figure 6, and since here we have to multiply minus 2 with 3, so 1 is negative, minus 2 is negative here. Since one side of the rectangle has blue edges, that means negative. So invert each red square of figure 6 into blue squares as shown in figure 7, like this. We have to invert the squares from red to blue because one negative integer is there. So the red squares of figure 6 are inverted to blue squares in figure 7 because here we have to multiply a positive integer with a negative integer. So here this is our final figure, figure 7. So in figure 7 there are 6 blue unit squares in the rectangle. There are 6 blue unit square. So blue means our negative. So minus 2 multiplied with 3 is equal to minus 6. So answer is minus 6. Then next example 3. For two negative integers, say minus 2 multiplied with minus 3, both are negative. So first we have to draw 5 blue edges because blue represents minus. So draw 5 blue edges of unit length using colored pen, as we have to multiply minus 2 and minus 3. Figure 8. Like this we have to draw 5 blue edges. Then complete the rectangular shape using red unit squares as shown in figure 9. So this is our figure 9. So we have to complete the rectangular shape by using red unit square. So first we will take positive, represent the squares which represents positive numbers, positive integers. So we have to complete the rectangular shape using red unit square. So here we have to multiply two negative integers, -2 and -3. So since two sides of the rectangle has blue edges like this, so this is our figure 9. So since two sides of the rectangle has blue edges, that means it represents negative. So two negative integers we have to multiply. So here we have to invert the squares two times. So first we invert the red squares into blue squares for figure 10 like this. Again we have to invert the blue squares into red squares in figure 11. So as there are two negative integers, so we have to invert the squares present in our first figure, that means here figure 9, into two times, that is from red to blue, again from blue to red. So figure 11 is our final figure. So that means in figure 11 there are 6 red unit squares. That means one red unit square represents +1. So -2 into -3 is equal to 6. So our answer is 6. So observation, what we observe, when we multiply two positive integers or two negative integers, the answer will be positive. And if we will multiply one positive integer and one negative integer, the result or the product will be negative. So like this, 2 multiplied with 3 is equal to 6. -2 multiplied with 3 is equal to -6. Then -3 multiplied with -2 is equal to 6, positive. Minus multiplied with minus is plus. Then 4 multiplied with 3 is equal to 12. -4 multiplied with 4 is equal to -16. Then -3 multiplied with -5 is equal to 15. Then -9 multiplied with -10 is equal to 90. Negative multiplied with negative is equal to positive. Then -7 multiplied with 4 is equal to -28. Then -5 multiplied with -6 is equal to 30. Then -14 multiplied with 2 is equal to -28. -8 multiplied with -9 is equal to 72. And 10 multiplied with -5 is equal to -50. So like this you can multiply with two integers with different sign or equal sign. Thank you.